You are watching William Patterson University Television.
Oh, welcome back to the desk. I'm here with Justin, Samory, Steven, and Joe to debate which of the last two undefeated teams in the NFL is best. As it stands right now, the 49ers and Patriots are both 8-0. Fellas, to kick things off, let's talk about the quarterbacks. Both teams, Justin, big quarterback guy. Who do you like better this year, Garoppolo or Tom Brady?
I got to go with Jimmy Garoppolo. Let's look at his stats so far on the season. He had a great game last night against the Cardinals. Over 1,800 yards passing, 13 passing touchdowns. Yes, 7 interceptions, a little high, but 229 yards per game and a completion percentage of 70%. This is the first time we're seeing a full, healthy Jimmy Garoppolo, and he's the key to that 49ers offense. He manages his game enough where he doesn't put them in costly situations, but also when he has to throw the ball, he can. We saw it last night.
Well, and even if you think about it, he hadn't played a full season in probably 3 years. Yeah. And if you look at him now, he's better. The interceptions are a little bit of a problem, but a lot of those are tip passes. And then now you just got somebody in Emmanuel Sanders who's getting incorporated into the offense, and he had a big game last night. And look, Garoppolo is a former Patriot, and you know what I mean? He's better than Brady right now. Brady's an old man. Kick him to the curb. There's no need for Brady to be here anymore.
Steven, what do you think about that?
Stop it. You're talking about quarterbacks, right?
Yeah.
Talking about quarterbacks. There's only one quarterback that matters. That's Tom Brady. Thomas Edward Patrick Brady. TB12, the GOAT. Passing yards, 2,251. Passing touchdowns, 13. Interceptions, 4. 281 yards per game, and his completion percentage is 64.7. 4 interceptions compared to 7? Are you kidding?
It's only 3.
Big. That's big.
It's only 3.
That's 3 more turnovers that the Niners had than the
When
Patriots.
he played against the Bills, he scored 14 points.
Hey, and they still beat the Bills with that crazy
Why?
defense.
Well, exactly, because their defense is getting carried like it always has.
Hey,
His defense is magnificent this year.
I'm talking about the Patriots. On the Bills defense I was talking about.
Yes.
Yeah, they have a good defense, and the Patriots still.
Just like Brady's gotten carried by his defense all his career.
Okay.
All of his career. The score's 20-3 because of the defense.
Tom Brady, he's like fine wine. That man is some fine wine right there.
Goodness.
Hey,
Every season, I believe he's 42 years old. He's like in his, I believe like, I don't know what season, 20 season. But this guy, every year, he gets better and better as he ages. He's a 5-time Super Bowl champ. He knows the game of football. Excuse me, 6.
That's even better for his
Yeah, that's even better.
You're just putting his point.
Then he got carried too. He scored 10 points. He got carried.
He controls offense. He's the quarterback in New England, the main guy always. He controls that New England offense. He makes almost everybody look good. He makes everybody better as a player.
Let's talk about those players that both quarterbacks make better. On the offensive side of the ball, Joe, who has a more potent offense? You're thinking the Patriots?
Yeah, absolutely, the Patriots. Well, we always talked about Tom Brady. No, like I said, he's the GOAT. Guy, it's GOAT status. But a guy I want to talk about is Sony Michel. You know, he's a great running back. You know, he has 140 attempts. He has 464 yards in the season. He's got 6 touchdowns, and he's averaging 3.3 yards a game. But, you know, he did kind of like start off slow at the beginning of the season, but obviously as the weeks gone by, he has been showing that he's been improving his game.
Yeah. Steve?
Yeah, the Patriots offense is insane. Bill Belichick's been leading this team with Tom Brady for how many years now?
He's a mastermind genius.
How many years? Have they missed the playoffs once in this whole drought?
They have.
Mastermind genius.
Mastermind genius. But also, Tom Brady makes receivers good. All right? You have Julian Edelman, one of the best receivers in this league to date. All right? 4 receiving touchdowns, 574 yards. That's fine. And he's spreading the ball to everybody. Philip Dorsett's getting a chance. They lost Gronk this year. That ain't no problem. That ain't no problem. All right?
It is a problem. You're going to see it's a problem.
What do you see from the Niners, though?
Well, if we took a look at their offense, I think with Kyle Shanahan, he's been doing so well. He's doing so well. And if you just look at some of their stats, they've gone up since last year because they didn't have a quarterback, and now they incorporate the quarterback. All 3 of their picks. Look, if you look at the points per game, 29.4 points per game. They're almost averaging 400 yards a game. Then they have 219 passing yards and 171 rushing yards, and they have 28 total TDs. So it's a lot of different people. I'm going to key in to probably the best tight end in the NFL, George Kittle. That man is a beast. He needs to get another contract on top of the one that he already has. If you look at it, he has 541 receiving yards. He's the best on their team. He has 2 touchdowns. Although it's only 2 touchdowns, he has over 7 20-yard greens already.
Justin?
I want to talk about someone Shanahan brought over from his previous stint in Atlanta, Tevin Coleman. You know, we saw him be kind of shadowed a little bit by Devontae Freeman, you know, not really getting the touches he needed. Now he is. He's getting the ball. He has 5 rushing touchdowns, over 355 yards rushing. Not great, but he's a dual threat running back. He catches the ball out of the backfield, and he's the #1 red zone target aside from George Kittle. He's a perfect weapon for him.
Care to
care to debate.
Oh no! You said Kittle's fine. He's fine.
He's better than any receiver on the Patriots.
Don't lie to us now.
How?
Don't lie to us now.
What? Muhammad
yeah,
Sanu.
thank you.
We
I
and
forgot
George
about
Kittle.
Sanu.
And
No.
Just acquire
Are
some
you
for a
kidding me?
trade.
Are you kidding me?
Sanu,
Did you not
Edelman.
see his receivers?
Kittle's better than both of them.
Dorset.
Kittle's better than both
Dorset
of
was
them.
garbage on
There's
the
no
Colts.
way Kittle's not better than. How many 1,000-yard seasons have they had? Kittle's been in here 2 years, already has one.
Tom Brady is a quarterback now for Sanu.
And Matt
You
Ryan
have
was
the
the
little guy.
MVP.
You have the
And-
little small guy. You got the big guy in
Sanu
Sanu.
has some
Balance.
Emmanuel
great
Sanders.
receiving.
Oh yeah, Emmanuel Sanders just came.
Did you see that Super Bowl? Remember when he played the Patriots? He did great against the Patriots.
Why? Because Julio was triple covered.
Fellas,
You gotta do
Julio's
what
still
you gotta do what you gotta do to win a ring, all right? You gotta do what you gotta do.
let's go to the other side of the ball. Let's ease some tension here. Let's go to the other side of the ball. Steve, who has the edge on the defensive side of the ball?
Oh, baby, the Patriots has the edge on the defensive side of the ball. Are you kidding me right now?
not even a
Look
question.
at this defense. All right. 31 sacks compared to 30. Look at the Patriots. 19 interceptions compared to 10. We're almost double now, man. We're almost double. 8 forced fumbles compared to 9. Yeah, one less. That's no problem. All right, points per game, 7.6 to 12.7. You scored points on both. You had to have a balance. Their offense has been scoring a lot more, but 237 yards as a whole. All right, this Patriots defense is the best ever in the Tom Brady Belichick era. It's scary, man. It's scary. And we're talking about Devin McCourty for one dude to talk about, man. He's nasty, man. When you're talking about a hard football player, 5 interceptions, 21 tackles. Come on, man.
Joe, quickly, who you got here?
Well, Patriots defense, I would say it's probably the best defense, better than the 07 Patriots defense. This defense has been magnificent this year. They have 5 touchdowns, defense or special team wise. They're only allowing 43 points per game over 8 games. Now, one thing about this the Patriots defense, I want to talk about Stephon Gilmore. Richard Sherman, who?
Excuse me?
Stephon Gilmore is probably the best corner right now, this season. This season, he's got 3 interceptions, 21 solo tackles, and 10 pass deflections.
That's nice. That's all sweet and fine. It sounds all good.
And true.
But let's talk about Richard Sherman, somebody who's won a ring before. It was on one of the best defenses of all time. If you just look at him, he has 8 pass deflections already and 3 interceptions. So there's a lot more that Richard Sherman can do already.
Justin, who you got?
You guys are talking about secondary. You're forgetting about the D-line. And the 49ers have probably one of the best young D-lines in the NFL. Nick Bosa. Better than Joey. He has 7 sacks on the year, and he's literally the anchor of that D-line. He'll be the next J.J. Watt at this point.
Just without the injuries. Without the injuries.
Yeah.
Well, it's going to be interesting to see, to say the least, which team is going to end
The
up
49ers.
better as the season goes on. We'll wrap up the show with a World Series wrap-up right after this. Keep it locked.